Students of class second year, today we are going to discuss the Markovnikov's rule. Markovnikov rule was presented by Markovnikov in order to explain the products that are obtained in those reactions when an unsymmetrical alkene is reacted with hydrogen halides or other reagents. Students, there are two kind of alkenes. For example, if we see symmetrical alkenes, what are symmetrical alkenes? These are those alkenes which have same number of hydrogen atoms on both sides. For example, this is a symmetrical alkene because there are two hydrogen atoms on this carbon. Similarly, this carbon also have two hydrogen atoms. So this is a symmetrical alkene. For example, this one is also symmetrical alkene because there is one hydrogen atom with this carbon, and similarly there is one hydrogen atom with this carbon. So those alkenes where the number of carbon atoms attached on double bonded carbon atoms is equal, that is called symmetrical alkenes. What is meant by unsymmetrical alkenes? For example, another kind of alkenes is unsymmetrical. Unsymmetrical alkenes. These are alkenes where the number of hydrogen atoms on both carbon atoms is different. For example, we have this alkene where the number of hydrogen atoms attached on this carbon is equal to 2, while the number of hydrogen atoms attached on this carbon is only 1. This is an unsymmetrical alkene. Similarly, another example is, for example, we can write CC double bond. This is methyl group. This is also a methyl group. Here is hydrogen, and this is also a hydrogen. The number of hydrogen atoms on this carbon is equal to 2, while there is no hydrogen atom that is directly attached with this carbon atom. So this is also an example of an unsymmetrical alkene. If we have a symmetrical alkene, for example, there is no problem. Let's suppose we have CH2 double bond CH2, that is called ethene. In this molecule, two hydrogen are attached on this carbon and two are attached on this carbon. So this is a symmetrical alkene. When we react it with HCl, for example, we will get CH3, CH2, Cl. There is no problem. Either this hydrogen is attached on this carbon or this hydrogen is attached on this carbon. There is no problem. We will get only one alkyl halide or one isomer. So Markovnikov rule is not used in such cases where the number of carbon atoms are equal. Another example, for example, we have this kind of an alkene where the hydrogen atoms on both sides is equal. For example, this is 2-butene. In 2-butene, there is one hydrogen on this carbon and one hydrogen on this carbon. If we react it with hydrogen bromide aqueous, then we will get only one isomer. We can attach this hydrogen on this carbon, or this hydrogen can also be attached on this carbon. There is no problem. For example, we can get like this CH3, CH2, and here we attached our bromine. So we can get, for example, 2-bromo-butane. In any case, either we attach hydrogen on this carbon or this carbon. Both carbons are available for this hydrogen, so we will get only one isomer. But if we have an unsymmetrical alkene, then there is a problem. What is the problem? Let's see. Suppose we have this kind of an alkene where the number of hydrogen atoms is different on different carbon atoms, and we react with the HBr. Let's suppose here there are two hydrogen atoms, but on this carbon there is only one hydrogen atom. This is called an unsymmetrical alkene. Similarly, our reagent is unsymmetrical because hydrogen is partial positive and bromine is partial negative. It is called an unsymmetrical reagent. Where will this hydrogen be attached? Either with this carbon or with this carbon. In order to explain this, Markovnikov has presented a rule. Which rule is this one? It states that the negative part of an unsymmetrical reagent will attach to a carbon atom of unsymmetrical alkene that have least number of hydrogen atoms. It means that the negative part will be attached on that carbon which have least or less number of hydrogen atoms, while the positive part will go towards that carbon which have more number of hydrogen atoms. So there are two chances. For example, we can get two kind of alkyl halides in this reaction. Let's suppose in the first case we attach this hydrogen which is partial positive on this carbon, then we get CH3 and CCH3, Br and H. This is one of the products that we can obtain. Another product is that where a hydrogen atom is attached on this carbon and bromine that is partial negative, it is attached on CH2 carbon. So we can get, for example, CBr, HH, and this is CH, H and Br. This is called 1-bromo. This is CH3. This is called 1-bromopropane, while this one is called 2-bromopropane. Either we will get this one or this one. So according to Markovnikov, we will get this compound. This will be the major compound and this will be the minor or impossible one. Because according to this rule, the hydrogen which is partially positive, it has attached on that carbon atom which contained or which had more hydrogen atoms, while bromide which is a negative ion, it has attached on a carbon atom that had least number of hydrogen atoms. I hope you understand the Markovnikov addition of an unsymmetrical reagent to an unsymmetrical alkene. You have seen an example where we react hydrohalous acid with an unsymmetrical alkene. For example, let's see. This is an alkene like this one. Here there are two hydrogen atoms, and similarly with this carbon there is only one hydrogen atom, and we react with the HOX. Remember that in this kind of hypohalous acid, the X has positive while the OH has negative charge. The hydroxide ion will attach on the carbon which carries less number of hydrogens. So this one will attach on the middle carbon, while the X positive will go towards the carbon atom which have more number of hydrogens. As a result, our product will be like this: CH2X CH, CH3 and OH. This will be our product. Thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you have understand the utilization of Markovnikov rule in preparation of alkyl halides. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.